After working with hundreds of dropshippers, I have identified the top 20 mistakes you guys do. So in this video, I'm gonna go through all of them. Number 1, selecting products that you think are great. This is something which I've seen a bunch of times where you just think, I would buy this. This is an amazing product. Guess what? Nobody cares. What you would buy. Your opinion doesn't matter at all. The only opinion which matters is the market. If the market likes it, that's actually valid. The only exception is if you are passionate in that niche and you're super deep in there. For example, if you're into soccer and you see a product which is clearly terrible because it's not useful at all, you're gonna be like, all right, this doesn't make sense. If you see a product which is super useful and you would love to use it, and you ask your friends who are also into soccer and they all would like to use it, go ahead, that's fine. However, that by itself is still not enough to sell the product. Maybe the margins suck. Maybe there's tons of other issues which are not gonna make it work. So instead of asking yourself the question, would I buy this, is have a list of criteria, what a winning product is, and only follow that. The next mistake is also tied to product research. When you find a good product or a product where you think it's good, but you start going down the rabbit hole of trying to learn everything about the product. You try to find all the competitors, all the stores which are out there, everything you can possibly think of, and you literally jump into the product, and all of a sudden you lost the thing which you were actually doing, which is product research. Because the very first step is making a list with a bunch of products. And even though there is something inside which is going to be good, you still keep doing the product research. You don't start digging deeper before you have a big list. Only after you have a big list, you start digging deeper in all of the products. And all of a sudden, you're going to be 10 times more productive because you don't get distracted by a flashy product which looks cool. The next one is very, very common, and it's probably the biggest one out of everything, and it's switching strategies. When you start a business, when you start a strategy, when you start something, you do it until it works. And if you don't make it work, you keep doing it. This means that you actually have to pick very carefully. And in the beginning, you need to make sure that you pick the right business model, the right strategy, the right mentor, the right everything, and only then you can start properly. Just testing around 25 different strategies is not going to help you at all, and you're going to get discouraged. When you try dropshipping and you start Snapchat ads and they don't work for you, and you're going to be like, fuck, dropshipping is dead, and you move on to Amazon FBA, you don't even know what you're doing. There are 25 different strategies on dropshipping, and on top of that, inside of Snapchat ads, there are strategies which are good and which are bad. And obviously, you're not going to make it work just by yourself by guessing. So in the beginning, pick one strategy, follow it until it works, done. Only pick something which is proven to work for other people. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't think there's a gap in the market, I can do this because nobody else is doing it. No. Do what's working for others. Only follow people who have a clear track record of making things work. If you look at every single e-com channel out there, it's very obvious which ones are good and which ones are bad. You know how? You look at the channel and you see if there's case studies or not. That's it. If there's no case studies, it probably doesn't work. Why? Because if they would have case studies, they would post them like we do it. Next one is you think you don't have time for dropshipping. You think you don't have time for especially TikTok organic. Why the fuck you have a screen time of 4 hours a day on Instagram or on YouTube or on some bullshit? Literally open up your iPhone and look at the screen time. You're gonna see you do have time because half of your day you're spending on bullshit. So the reality is it's not your priority. Why is it not your priority? Because you want to have fun right now today. With business, you're not going to make money today. You're not going to have fun today. You're just going to build a business, and it might be pretty boring and frustrating. However, it's the right thing to do because in the long run, you win. Next is thinking that dropshipping is easy. It doesn't matter what strategy you pick. If it's Facebook, TikTok organic, TikTok ads, whatever it is, it's all difficult. It means you're going to fail a bunch of times, and that's okay. Why is this okay? If everybody would be able to make it work and it would be easy, it would get saturated because everybody would do it. It would be difficult again because so many people would do it. There's literally no easy business models out there. And what I think the main problem is why so many people think it's so easy, it's because of the expectations people give selling courses and programs. This is the actual real problem on YouTube and in the dropshipping community. In reality, dropshipping is difficult. However, it's way more difficult to sell a program which is difficult, and it's much easier to sell a get-rich-quick thing. And this is what everybody's preaching because of that. However, reality is, talk to every single dropshipper out there who's not selling a program. All of them are going to tell you, yeah, it's pretty difficult and you probably shouldn't start. Why? Because 90% of the people I know failed. Keep that in mind because most people quit before making it work. That's the real issue. And this leads me to the next problem, which is watching YouTube videos and feeling productive without taking notes. Important. Watching this video right now could be very productive. However, most likely how you're doing it is super unproductive. Because let me ask you, what was the third point I made in this video? You already forgot. It's pointless to watch this video if you don't make notes. So make sure to right now take out your notepad, write things down, and feel called out. Whenever you hear me saying a mistake, which you're doing, write down, oh, this is a mistake. Let me not do that again. You can get stuck in feeling productive while watching videos like this one or other ones on YouTube and not being productive at all. Because number one, you forget everything. And number two, how about just get started? How about starting the business if you want to start a business and not watching random shit on YouTube? This is something which we call productive procrastination. It feels productive, but in reality, you're procrastinating by watching this video without taking notes. If you're not taking notes, keep that in mind. You're wasting your time. The next thing is watching anything short form related. Generally, shorts are bad for you, except while doing product research or while doing market research or looking at competitors. Watching dropshipping videos in terms of products which are promoted, that's good. Watching dropshipping explanation videos where people are explaining you something about dropshipping instead of 60 seconds, that's bad. Nothing actually valuable is going to be there on shorts. And don't get me wrong, I did a bunch of shorts and I'm also gonna go hard on shorts at some point, but keep one thing in mind. They're not gonna give you any extra value. It's pure entertainment, which is there for me. The content creator actually gains something, which is an audience. The content watcher gains nothing from shorts, zero. So the only type of short you are allowed to watch is TikTok product research. The golden rule with short form is you're the dealer, not the junkie. You're the creator, not the consumer. That's the point. Next is reloading your dashboards 100,000 times a day. Even if you made money, congrats. Great, you made money, cool. It's not gonna help reloading, especially if you start making money. It's one of the most tempting things ever to reload your dashboard 25 million times per day because it feels so great. In reality, it's a complete waste of time. So make this a habit. Check your dashboard twice a day. Your TikToks, how many views they got, your Shopify dashboard, your Facebook ads dashboard, whatever it is, twice a day, nothing more. The next thing is setting goals based on time and not on actions. I've had this happen so often to me. Somebody's in a program and they tell me, hey, I've already been in for 3 months and nothing's still working. Very first question I always ask is, how many products have you tested? How many videos have you posted if it's organic? And let's say they say, I've posted 100 videos on TikTok and still I haven't made it work. Well, let's break that down. You're in for 3 months. 3 months is around 90 days. So on average, you're posting around 1 video per day. That's it. Of course, you're not going to make it work because in reality, those 3 months could have been shortened literally 3x. So everything could have been done in 1 month if you've just been posting 3 videos a day. 3 videos a day is, again, that's also nothing crazy at all. But then in 3 months, you're going to be able to post 300 videos. Realistically, you should be posting a bare minimum of 6, but usually 9 videos a day. If you have 9 videos every single day, you're almost at 300 after the first month. If you posted 300 videos, the chances of you making it work, it's so much more likely. So the only thing which matters is output. On Facebook, how many products have you tested? How many creatives have you tested? On a TikTok, how many videos have you posted? How many different products have you tested? How many revisions did you get from us? What did you change, etc.? And how did you progress throughout the content? Obviously, if video number 1 and video number 300 is going to be equally as bad, nothing changed. So it's not going to help you. Specifically with organic, the moment you start having good content, it's only a volume game. More products, more videos, and some of them are going to hit. You're going to post 10 videos, all of them are going to be equally as good, only one is going to go viral. Why? Volume. Some of them work, some of them don't. The next one is not improving your customer lifetime value. What does this mean? Not having upsells, not having improvements on your average order value, not doing email and SMS marketing, not doing all of those things is simply a mistake. You're losing out on money, which is basically free. Start optimizing AOV, start doing email marketing after you started making money. Obviously, in the beginning, don't do any of that. It doesn't matter. Like, nothing is going to change. It's not going to be a thing which is going to get you from unprofitable to profitable, but it's going to be something which is going to get you from break even or a little bit profitable to super profitable. And even if you are super profitable and you didn't do AOV stuff, which is the case with everybody in organic, like your margins are over 50%, you're super profitable no matter what. However, you're still losing out on money. Just because you have high margins doesn't mean that you should say no to extra money. You should always say yes to that. The next one, and this one is also huge, not doing to-do lists. If you're not doing a to-do list, your day sucks. Your day is going to go to shit. You're wasting your day, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your entire life by not doing to-do lists. Why? Because every single time you're going to have a properly done to-do list in the morning, you're you're gonna see how much better the entire day is gonna go. Because you know what to do. That's the main thing. If you know what to do, it's very easy. That's why on jobs, most people are pretty productive. You get the things done which your boss asks you for. They tell you, hey, do this, and then you do that. In a business, nobody tells you to do this. You can do whatever you want. You literally can sleep in, go to the gym, do the business stuff, do whatever you want. But make a to-do list and make it planned and not spontaneous. And the very best tip I can give you for that is write down the top 3 things you want to do on the next day, the day before. So before you go to bed, write down 3 bullet points. If you do all these 3 things, the next day is going to be a good day. And then next day, you actually make a detailed to-do list step by step what the exact tasks are. Next one is specifically tied to TikTok organic dropshipping, and it's building your store too late or too early. When you have no experience at all with organic, you shouldn't build a store at all. You should just try to go viral and that's it. When you see some things get over 20, 30, 40k views, then you can start building the store. However, it's also a mistake to build a store too late. If you get 3-4 million views without having a store, you're fucked. You just lost a bunch of money. So this is something which unfortunately still happened to a few people in the program, and we also documented it in the case studies where all of a sudden they wake up and they didn't check the account for 3-4 days and they see, wait, I had 4 million views on a super high converting product without a store, nobody bought. So just keep in mind there is a sweet spot. If you already are very advanced and you just get 10, 20k views on a video, you already can build a store because you can basically say, all right, this is gonna go well. But if you're just in the beginning, don't build it before having a couple of videos at least reaching 30 to 50k views. The next one is quitting your job too early or too late. Again, you need to find a middle ground. If you are a wagey and you're making $12 an hour, don't have a good job, the job is super replaceable. If you quit the job, you can literally find that a similar job like that instead of 5 minutes. You can quit much earlier than if you're a doctor who studied for this shit 10 years. You need to understand what your time is worth in which moments. In the beginning, when you're just starting out and you don't have money at all, you actually do need money to fuel the business. So you should have a job, and next to it, you should do dropshipping. With TikTok Organic specifically, you should actually quit your job as early as possible, because every extra hour you put into it, you're gonna get exponentially more results. Because number one, you get so much better if you post 10 videos a day. And number 2 is obviously the more you post, the more things go viral, the more conversions you're gonna get. So the results are directly tied to your outcome. If you're doing Facebook or some other platform, you need to make sure that you have multiple winning products at the same time, which are all working and everything is safe. You cannot just get blocked by Facebook and everything is gone. Even if you make 10k profit a month and you don't have any backups, you shouldn't quit your job on Facebook. With organic, it's much simpler and you can quit it much earlier. The next thing I want to get into is not having feedback loops. And this is something which I've seen with so many people, which wasted them years. You do something and it's wrong, but you don't know that it's wrong. And then you keep doing that for years and years to come. And you lose a shit ton of money, a shit ton of your time, shit ton of everything because of that one mistake. You don't know it's that mistake and you cannot fix it because of that. So having feedback loops in place, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If it's TikTok Organic, somebody looking over your videos and telling you, hey, this sucks, change this, is literally going to be a game changer, because the things you do, you are doing it by your best abilities. You think this video is perfect, everything is amazing about it, nobody can critique it because this is great, but it just doesn't go viral because I'm shadow banned, because it's something. On Facebook, you start testing products, nothing works, and you don't understand why, because you think you did everything right, when in reality, the product selection sucks, the creative sucks, something is off. One single thing which is going to be off is going to be responsible for not making anything work. And this is something which a program like mine addresses. It's literally going to give you feedback loops over and over and over again, and we're going to look over the stuff you do and make sure, number 1, you're focusing on money-making activities, and number 2, the things you're doing are actually good, and the things you're doing wrong are going to get called out. You're going to show us the videos, you're going to show us your ads, you're going to show us your product, you're going to show us the store, you're going to show us everything, and we're going to let you know what about it is the issue. And if something already does work, we're also going to let you know about how to optimize it, which are the most important split tests, what's relevant, what's not. So these are all the things which you're going to get inside of our program, and this is exactly what makes this valuable. You're constantly going to be stuck in this feedback loop where you're going to just get better and better and better in a way smaller amount of time, because people who know what they're doing are going to just review the things you do. So if you're interested in actually joining, click the link below and I will talk to you very soon.